about sleep, my dreams are lavish. Went from check to check to check the balance. I press, I bet you flop, you all theatric. I'm mostly savage, gambling, take advantage. I'm here to ball while you call off work. When that top jump back, what I call off vert. Before I hit my context, check my call off first. See if I can make a play to get it all off merge. Woo! Let an animal loose. My separation off finesse, I'm just preparing to shoot.
We've got NBA basketball in store for you here at Quicken Loans Arena in downtown Cleveland, Ohio. It's the home of the Cavs, live on 2K Sports. 2K Sports is proud to present NBA basketball. I'm Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony and Doris Burke reporting from the sidelines. All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. Setting the floor for the Raptors. The star pair of Lowry and DeRozan are the guards. Patterson is the 4 with Valanciunas in the middle. And it's Carroll in the small forward position. Now here is Smith following the miss by DeRozan. On its way from Irving for 2. Carroll with the rebound. Cleveland on defense. Back to DeRozan. To the paint. LeBron with the block. And Patterson kicks to Valanciunas. Screen by Valanciunas. Shot clock at 3. Carroll with it. Picked up by Thompson. They get it again. Launches it. And again, no good by Toronto.
Still looking for their first basket. 5 misses to start the game.
Smith for 3. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. Smith's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. The drive by Lowry. And Valanciunas kicks to Carroll. Out to DeRozan. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the strike for 2. That's on LeBron James. Well, last year, Toronto won their division and got bounced down in the first round. Same result, Clark, they had back in 2014.
Yeah, but, you know, despite that sameness, they were an improved team last season, Kevin. They did a lot of the small things better in total, and I thought looked better and more cohesive as a group.
Now here's James. DeMar DeRozan grabs the board.
And you know what? That's one of those heat checks if he's taking shots like that.
Yeah, heat check or not, I don't care how hot he may or may not be. He's not making that one.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Irving. And he banks in the layup.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
Count the bucket.
And I tell you what, anytime you get those easy ones, that basket starts to get bigger.
And here's Love for 3. Thompson passes to Love. Irving for 3. Can't hit. Now Toronto takes it the other way. Valanciunas dishes to DeRozan. DeRozan can't get that one to fall.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
And there's the call on James. That'll be his second foul of the game. A different look now for Cleveland. Mozgov, he's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Fry comes in for Kevin Love. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Kyrie Irving. And then for Toronto, Yambo, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. And it's Powell in for DeMar Carroll. Snatched up.
Boy, he's got a nice looking stroke. That almost went in.
Yeah, and a lot of times he'll still knock those down no matter how good the D is. Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
Here's Dellavedova. Smith for 3. Toronto grabs the miss. DeRozan's got his 4th rebound in this one. The shot by Powell, no good. The drive by James. Biombo with the block. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Cavaliers will retain possession. And Cleveland making a change here. Shumpert's checked in. And then for Toronto, Valanciunas, who's checked in for Biombo. And Damari Carroll subbed in for Brown.
Yeah, it's just a smart shot taking advantage of the mismatch.
Well, with a stroke like that and the height advantage.
Oh! It's not possible what we just... Clark, is that possible?
Not probable, but it is possible, partner. It is possible.
And think about it, guys. That's one of the few guys in the entire league who can pull off something like that.
Lowry kicks to Carroll. Took him no time at all on that one.
That is a very low percentage shot, Kevin, but it's the result they were looking for at the end of the day.
Dishes to Smith. The alley-oop. It's tipped. But he stays with it. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. Outside Lowry. There's the feed to Patterson. And stolen by Fry. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot two.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
At the line for two.
He hits the second from the line.
Thank you, Cleveland!
There's 14 seconds left in the first. And it's Lowry penetrating. And it's Patterson finishing it off.
Oh, big fella throwing it down with a vengeance.
It's Mozgov, high post. Smith for three. And that concludes the first quarter of play. The Raptors out in front, up 5. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Quicken Loans Arena. And now the second quarter just getting set to start. What do you guys think about the Raptors here in this one?
I just don't know that you're going to see a better quarter defensively than what we saw in the first.
Really a big part of why they're on top here. The defense has been on point.
Amon Shumpert is out there with Kevin Love. Then it's Matthew Dellavedova. Then there's Irving. And it's Thompson in the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers. Joseph, the pass to Biombo. Ross for three. That's good.
You know, Dwayne Casey was once a player at Kentucky, took me and hosted me on my recruiting visit at Kentucky back in 1979. Actually got his coaching start at the school as well.
The shot by Powell, no good.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
As we were talking about Coach Dwayne Casey, he's found his place in Toronto. Took them, Greg, to back-to-back postseason appearances.
And, you know, it's good to see him finally establishing himself as a head coach. Really known as a defensive specialist, but once he gets in charge of a team, he'll have them focused on defense and really stresses that in every practice.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers.
Just trying to get a break in the action to clear some heads here. I mean, they've gone ice cold, and not a bad idea to give them a little quick breather.
Yeah, they needed the timeout here. Anything to try to get them to forget about the missed shots and get themselves back on track.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. James is checked in. Then for the Raptors, Jonas Valanciunas comes in for Biombo. And it's DeRozan in for Powell. James dishes to Love. And that time, also a missed shot. Raptors leading by 10. Ross kicks to DeRozan. Raptors moving the ball around. Shot by Joseph, no good. For Cleveland, they've gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. Ross with the steal. To the paint. Here's Valanciunas. Thompson with the rebound. Shot from the wing. And James gets it to go on the assist by Love. So timeout called here, the first for Toronto.
Yeah, it looks like he saw some things out there that need to be adjusted, and he's going to take a break here and talk it over.
Hey, you know, coaches sometimes need a break in the action to rethink and retool a bit. Anytime you're in that situation, it makes sense to use the timeout.
And some changes here for the Raptors. Patterson, he's checked in for Scola. Damari Carroll comes in for Terrence Ross. And it's Lowry in for Joseph. Toronto leading by 8. Lowry for 3. Valanciunas.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the game.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And, guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risk to see if they can cut that lead down.
For 3, Love. Oh, my, he'll go to the line with a chance for a 4-point play. That's on Patrick Patterson. And the Cavaliers with some changes. Channing Frye's checked in for Thompson. And Smith subbed in for Shumpert. Well, you go back last season, the Cavs had a very slow start to the year. Not surprising. They had a lot of new faces and people they're bringing together. Clark, it didn't look like the powerhouse they would end up being as we saw.
Well, you know, they were kind of fumbling and bumbling around in the 5th and 6th spots in the East for the first half of the season. Made some changes, though, through trade, and that got them going, I think.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That's foul number 2 for him. Mozgov, he's checked in for Kevin Love. The 3, no good from Fry. Raptors leading by 4. Lowry kicks to Carroll. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Cavs were poised to make a huge run last year in the playoffs. Swept the Celtics in the first round, but it cost them.
Yeah, and even though they did get that sweep, they lose Kevin Love for the rest of the way, and that put a big hurdle in their quest for the title.
That one is no good.
No denying it, injuries were a big part of the storyline in the Cavs postseason. Fortunately, LeBron James was otherworldly after the first round. Took care of the Bulls, then went on to sweep the Hawks to get back to the finals.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
3-pointer, Lowry. Here's Valanciunas. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And just another example, Kevin, of how they built this lead, just outworking them.
Greg, that was definitely an effort play right there. You talk about that all the time, fighting to get proper position, then slamming home the putback.
Yeah, and if they can maintain this energy level, their lead will be safe.
Don Patterson kicks to Lowry. And stolen by James. Now the pass to Smith. Takes the 3. Count the bucket. Smith's got 6 points.
A little bit of a defensive breakdown there. He's not the guy you want to leave open on the perimeter. You've got to stay attached to him.
And stolen by James. And here they go. Passes it to Fry. Launches it. James kicks to Smith. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. And now just a 1-point Raptor lead. And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Raptors lead by 1. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit. The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. You have to like what we're seeing from J.R. Smith.
And the threes, they just drop for him consistently. He was in a zone in that first half.
I'll say, I mean, this couldn't have been a more productive day for him from long range so far.
And we welcome you back to the NBA here on 2K Sports. And we're ready to get going once more. The players having a chance to have a short break and get some rest themselves and get refueled and hydrated with some Gatorade. More terrific basketball in store for us tonight. You have to like what we're seeing from J.R. Smith.
You know, we talk so often about making your teammates better, and his ability to see the floor and then make those passes on time in that first half was the key.
Boy, I tell you what, they say he's not a playmaker, but he certainly has fooled me with the way he's performing right now.
And on the floor for Dwayne Casey starting the second half. Lowry and DeRozan are the guard tandem. Patterson is the 4 with Valanciunas in the middle. And it's Carroll in at the 3 spot.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make a pay.
And that one's good. And that's now 7 points for Kyrie Irving.
Tit for tat right there, huh, guys?
Didn't take him long at all, fellas, to get those 3 points back.
And some changes here for the Raptors. Biyombo is checked in for Jonas Valanciunas, for DeMar Carroll, and it's Joseph in for DeMar DeRozan. Lowry kicks to Biyombo. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the strike for 2.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
Well, the one word you can use to describe the Raptors postseason last year, disaster. I mean, Greg, nothing went right for them.
Yeah, I mean, after that great regular season, they were completely just manhandled by the Wizards, swept out of the first round in 4 straight.
And here's Love from the arc.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Oh, that's good.
And we always talk about making your teammates better. That assist was right on target.
Well, I tell you, the Raptors really were befuddled with how that series went. I mean, they just never got things going and became the first team to get swept with home court advantage in the playoffs since 2011.
Here's Patterson. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
They better not. I mean, they've got to pad their lead anytime an opportunity presents itself, and that was a golden one.
Dellavedova kicks to Smith. Trying to find Thompson. He gets it to him. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Smith's got his 5th assist in this one.
And guys, you look at the Raptors last season and how they stumbled at times. You could see that they would have trouble in the postseason with the way they were constructed. I don't think anybody saw a sweep coming, but that's what it ended up being.
From deep 3-point range, the shot no good. And Toronto will go the other way with it. They've led by as much as 10. For the Cavaliers, Mozgov, he's checked in for Thompson. Fry comes in for Kevin Love. And it's Amon Shumpert in for Smith.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Boy, the defenders have to make sure they tag him.
Raptors leading by 5. Here's Carroll. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Carroll's got 8 points.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from inside the paint area.
There's got to be a wall of defense when it comes to attacking the paint. Plain and simple.
Shot's good.
They're not going to run that play very often. But, hey, they'll take it. Way to notch that 3.
Out to DeRozan. Shumpert with the steal. And James with a clear path to the hoop. It's stolen by Carroll. Lowry drives in. And finished off by DeRozan.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
Irving's checked in for Cleveland. The Cavaliers trail by 6. Three-pointer, Dellavedova. And that is good. Dellavedova's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Lowry kicks to Carroll. That's in, coming off an assist from Lowry. And the Raptors lead by 5.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Out to DeRozan. Again, Toronto.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets, Greg, resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
Here's Shumpert. Another 3 for Cleveland.
It has been a 3-point barrage for them since halftime.
Not sure if it's been by design or simply by accident, but either way, it has been impressive.
The drive by Lowry. The shot by Carroll, no good.
Not really sure what he was thinking about on that shot. That is not high IQ basketball.
Not at all. I mean, he shouldn't even...
And that's it for the third quarter. Both teams scoring well as we head to the fourth. The Raptors out in front, up 4. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Quicken Loans Arena. All right, the fourth quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one so far with both sides coming to play. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. Amon Shumpert is out there with Kevin Love. And it's Thompson in at center. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers. Powell kicks to Ross. Pass to Scola. Outside Shumpert. Love again. It's Ross. 6 on the shot clock. Irving attacking. Count that one. Irving's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Cavs. Outside Scola. Feeds it to Joseph. Toronto working the ball around now. Deep 2 from Ross. The good-looking shot from the wing. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. And Love has it in the corner. Smith kicks to Thompson. Out to Smith. Inside. Irving. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. 11 points for Kyrie Irving.
He's been a different guy here in the second half. His shooting percentage far better than it was before the break.
The Cavaliers trailing to take the lead. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Biyombo's got his third rebound on the night. Here's Scola. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Raptors.
They keep piling up the assists, and they haven't cooled off at all.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
James checked in for Shumpert.
And the Raptors have been talking about changing things up in the logo department for a while. Finally, we get a chance to see the new logo this season.
Lowry against Irving. 4 on the clock. It's stolen by Carroll. Hits the just beautiful.
That very well may put the finishing touch on this one. Not at all the time to get sloppy with the basketball.
And how about the killer instinct on that possession? Not running the clock, but pushing the ball and tacking points onto the lead.
Poked away.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Especially, Greg, when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
Always important to have that good interior defense.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic. You know, he just, like every other coach, can't stand when the defense gives up points on the inside. And, boy, are they struggling in there.
Yeah, well, they're getting pummeled in there. So you've got to figure out a way to make some adjustments to try to change that around, and that's why he needed the timeout.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Cleveland's head coach was saying to his team. With his team struggling from three-point territory, he told them to start looking for more high-quality shots inside the paint. We're forcing too many threes, he said. Stop with the bombs and work it inside.
And thanks for that story, Doris. Irving drives in. Kicks it out to James. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Here's Toronto. Big stretch here going 10-2. DeRozan's shot is good.
And he had one in the first as well. He can be dangerous. Keep an eye on him.
Over to the wing. LeBron outside. That falls. Great assist by Love. 10 points for LeBron.
And how about that for a response?
Well, it sounded as though, or at least it looked as though it sounded like, we'll give you a three, and then we'll take it right back.
And yes, sir, that one drops. DeRozan's got the lead up to 13 now for the Raptors.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Raptors.
You know, Clark, their big advantage was points in the paint.
Well, they pounded that ball inside, Kevin, and operated down low. It worked for them consistently.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for DeMar DeRozan. And the way he rebounded, he surely was a spark for the team as he was securing everything that came off the iron.
And oh, here we go. DeRozan, nobody back.
And this is going to be a fantastic result for them. No win on the road comes easy.
Not in the NBA, they don't. And trust me, they're going to take a little extra pleasure in this win, having silenced an entire building of hostile fans.
Clark, and they can just let the clock run out here.
No argument with that W.
15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The drive by LeBron. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that.
No doubt about it, he has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this one.
Cavaliers
Timeout called the Cavaliers. Guys, what's your take?
You know, you like the fight all the way to the end, but let's face it, guys, this one's over.
Yeah, I agree with you, and I really think you shouldn't be allowed to call timeouts late in the ball game if there's no chance for it to do any good on the scoreboard.
And so Toronto takes this one, but by a